Indeed. And when we look at what could potentially happen next year, of course, with regards to the oil markets, that risk premium already intact. At the same time, the fundamentals remain in balance and there's been no major disruption to supply. So what should we be looking out for next? And as an extension to that, what do you think this spike in tensions means for OPEC?
Sure. So the most important thing, which is the same that we've seen since 7th of October, I mean, the fact is the risk premium is there, but when we keep asking, what would it take for prices to rise? I mean, we saw that at the beginning of the month. Until the beginning of the month, prices, you weren't really seeing the increases that you might have seen several years ago when it comes to the kind of tension we're seeing in the region. That's partly because, again, we have not seen an impact on physical flows, but also the world's changed, I mean, since then, because a lot more of the world's oil is outside the Middle East, so the impact wouldn't be as large. Right now, looking from where we're at the moment, hopefully we won't see a major escalation and we won't see the oil facilities or oil flows or export routes dragged in. That's really where we need to keep an eye on, and as long as those elements stay out of the current conflict, as long as we don't see a physical impact, hopefully we should see prices stay at current levels. It really is right now in Israel's court. It really does depend on how Israel and the Netanyahu and his government choose to respond, and where we go from there. Because the Iranians themselves have said, look, as far as we're concerned, this is done. We consider this episode done. But if the Israelis respond, we will respond and respond harder. And then the Iranians, even the IRGC came out over the weekend with this line that even the equation has changed in the sense that, now I think whereas in the past you used to see this conflict between the two, some would call it a shadow war. Now the Iranians have said that if we are hit, we're going to hit back, and that's again from Iranian soil. So things have taken another dimension. The hope really is that there is, calm. Now, if we talk about OPEC and OPEC Plus, really, OPEC and OPEC Plus have been looking until this latest episode at demand. That's been at the forefront of their calculations. So long as we don't see an impact on physical supply, I'd say that we shouldn't expect much from OPEC Plus, even if prices do rise a little bit and we do get closer, I guess, to that $100 per barrel mark. So long as the fundamentals stay somewhat sound, I don't expect OPEC Plus to, we're not close to panic stations per se. They're going to take their time. They're going to watch it. I mean, the thing is, OPEC constantly comes and says that we keep politics at the door, and to this extent, they've been talking about fundamentals being the driver forever now. So that's really going to stay, I expect, at the moment. I mean, us at Argus, we were, I think when we saw what they did in the second quarter, they ultimately just decided to keep production at current levels until the middle of the year. We would have probably expected, or at Argus expected or hoped to see a slight unwinding of the cuts because we feel that the markets are a little bit tight at the moment. But going into the meeting in June, so long as things don't really escalate or hot up until then, we expect that we'll probably start seeing the beginning of the unwinding of the kind of last round of the cuts. That's the 2.2 million barrels per day, of which Saudi Arabia is delivering 1 million in the third quarter. And that would continue to be unwound completely in the fourth quarter. That should help balance markets and ease the tightness that we're seeing at the moment.